somebody needs, like maybe cherish if it's free. Just the way they call him, but this is not. This is
That'll be a different setup. I think although that one when you guys are together in this.
Okay, my name is Ty. Friends call me Ty. My family doesn't call me Ty. But, hey,
I'm like, who that?
Yeah, I don't know if I feel comfortable giving out my real identity on this on this platform. But my name is Wayne. If you want to find me, you can find me.
That's Ty.
But yeah, call me Ty. So yeah, I don't know what the.
okay, so it's cool. My name is Oferisha. I'm a guest on this platform.
Yeah. My name is Toritseju Eresanara.
You're the host.
The host? I think I'm the host.
Of this
It
particular
depends on
one.
whose show we're on.
It depends, but no, this is gonna be on your show.
Okay.
This is no, it's actually I might actually post this on my show.
Yeah.
Down the line. So
we're co-hosts at this point.
Yeah, we're
in time.
co-hosts on this. This is another episode of Brotherly Banter.
Yeah. Forgive the noise in the background. The crickets. That's just has to do with the raining season. We can't stop it because we're recording in the evening.
Yeah.
If we're recording in the daytime, it will be clear. But we don't get that time.
Yeah.
Where are we starting from?
So I think generally we're just talking about dad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the host should be able to
Okay, give a brief.
yes.
Okay, so brief. What has just happened today? As we're recording right now, this is
Who's the
Thursday.
Yeah.
We're
See you
co-hosts.
later.
Wow.
No, he's the main host, but I'm
And
going to post this on my thing later.
So he's
down
the
the
host.
line.
Okay.
So
Yes.
I'm kind of the host.
Kind of a host.
Yeah.
So today was Thursday, the day of our dad. Our dad's
Cult glory.
yeah, he passed away 1 year ago exactly today.
Yeah.
And today was the forgive the noise in the background, the house is full, so whatever you see, take out like that. 1 year is called to glory. So we did things in the house. We had like canopies, we invited his friends, our friends at church, family, work and everything. And people talked, testimonies, praise and worship. It was a nice experience. Then we went to see grandpa,
Yeah.
dad's dad,
Yeah.
and had some interesting conversations.
That was good too.
No, that's for never day. Just know that the family was together,
Yeah.
which was nice to see every single human being in one room, which was cool. Then we came back home and we've been busy till now. Yeah, and probably will not be able to do the same for another how many months till we see each other in person again. We live in the same country.
But then we can always do
Zoom,
YouTube version and everybody calls
Yeah.
in. And
Yeah, we should do that honestly.
We'll do that.
You use
We'll
that
do
your
that.
USB mic setup.
Yeah.
You do your operation. You can call in with your earpiece, your HX.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah. So today was a good day. I initially got a bit emotional yesterday when I was like packing the books, like for the tribute
The journals,
the journals that were
with his
given out.
face and all.
Yeah, I just saw his face and then his catchphrase at the back and a picture of all of us. It was a bit emotional, but then I collected myself, then wrote something for today.
Beautiful speech, by the way.
Thank you.
You can check it on Facebook. Check it on my Facebook.
Yeah, he's going to put the link out. So, yeah, but the big, like I said in that speech, the biggest thing I took from it was just the fact that he lived life. He did everything. Every. I honestly don't think there's anything that he would have wanted to do that he didn't do.
Just like goes to my mind is skydiving, but he said wanted to do.
Yeah.
He would not have.
He would have eventually done it.
If he wanted, no, he would not. No,
if he wanted to do it,
no, but he did not.
Yeah, so like he was very task oriented.
Mm-hmm.
If he set his mind to it,
He will get done.
we will find one way and do it.
Yes.
So it's just that, and then just translating that into my own life. understanding that he was a man of fairness, was, and he he wanted you to do your best. If he saw that it was your best, he was fine with it. If he thought that that was not the best that you could do, then he will challenge you like, guy, I know it's possible for you to do better.
Oh my
than this."
gosh, I remember all those times. Like when I was got me angry after I finished SAT, I was in SS2. We did SAT and everybody was scared of their score. And I had and I wanted to get a 2000, it was 2400 at the time.
Yeah.
And I saw my score, I had a 1900. I was in SS2. I was like, okay, not bad, not
Yeah.
bad. I did good. And then he came into our house and he was like, oh, okay, what happened to the other marks? I have to retake it.
Like,
I was angry. Who is
like,
this?
I beg.
When you bring me.
It's like you go and get the remaining marks that I left for them. Go and bring it now. But yeah, it was. He was all about that doing your best. If you did your best, you get all the encouragement from him. And he was very supportive in the sense that he will let you know what he expected, but he will also give you space to do what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like I saw so much support. I don't do music anymore, but when I used to do music at that point, I saw so much support from him from doing that.
You're rapping on your birthday.
Yeah, rapping for him and stuff like that. But I also knew that while he supported that, I had to show up with school. So it was like working hard on two fronts and making sure I did that well. But I knew that once I did well in that one, there's anytime we'll be like, oh, have you worked on any new song, that kind of thing. Very encouraging, that kind of thing. So yeah, good memories. The funny thing though is he had the aura that I respect. I was somehow scared of him, but at the same time I respected him immensely. I think maybe when I was younger, there's just something about like that is Pops. When he shows up,
You don't go close.
yeah, don't misbehave. Just put yourself in order. But he was still very accessible. We'll go outside, we play football, we do all those kind of things. But I just knew that him raising his voice, I'm not interested in him raising his voice. So anything I can do to make sure that voice does not leave that normal baseline, I make sure that I do it because I'm like, this guy is so much fun when he's happy. Let him just be happy. Let him just be happy like that. I beg. So I think that's kind of something I also want to implement in my own life. I finished. I hand over the mic.
Pass the mic.
Pass the mic.
Yeah, off your mic.
Off your mic.
But yeah. There's a thin line between that, like these days.
Yeah.
Because at least we're raising a better generation.
Yeah.
Unlike now that I think if you give that clearance per se, even when you raise your voice, your children may just be looking at you and say, Pops, please, you're shouting.
Yeah. Be coming down.
Yeah. So basically, he actually earned his respect.
Yes,
He was a very clear example, such that it's not those that preach what they've not practiced.
Yeah.
So you see that he's done this, like he's a medical doctor. If he tells you how he became a fellow, he's done medicine, he's done engineering, he pastors the church, he runs his own business. So what excuse do you have not to pass that your small schoolwork that you're doing? So there's basically no excuse. So that's why whenever he requires something of you, like when he wants you to do better, you just don't have excuses because he's seen it all.
seen it and he has done it for you
Yeah,
to see.
and he keeps doing it every day.
Yes.
He's involved with buildings here and there. Like he even tells the builders what to do.
do.
So what's your excuse? You're just doing schoolwork and you want to come
My
back.
friend.
No.
He was telling me a story that he sees all these young men and he said that they want to become pastors. What they want to study? Nothing, no, they just become pastors. He's like, go to school, become a doctor, then carry your Bible and go on evangelism. Who would they respect more? Oh, I'm a doctor coming to meet you. Oh, I'm a pastor just carrying Bible. Finish, focus on your studies first.
So basically, I want to think he did his work too early. That's why.
Yes. He
So-
packed all the work. He packed the front.
I'm
I
not
think-
taking rest.
I think
Goodness.
if we don't want to
Walk
depart
out.
too early,
Let me slow down. Calm me down. The guy finished work.
we should just continue working.
Yeah,
like
small.
but take our
But
time.
okay.
Right, yeah. Because basically, one thing I'm very happy about is the fact that 1 year ago we were not ourselves at all. And this 1 year came so fast.
Yeah, like you said, it would.
And we're better now. Like, it's not somebody that you can forget in the next 50 years. You know, there are some pains, like hidden pains, but because we're Christians, we just try to cover up, like, just try to let it go, like, leave it all feet of Jesus. But sometimes, even when we were doing this service today, I was just wondering if he can just show up even for 1 hour.
Yeah.
Like,
Honestly, I've thought about that.
Yeah.
Like, what if he just comes back in person? I would be like,
yeah, because for me, most times, it's still hard for me to believe because, like, he has so much contributions, like, in everybody's life. Like, when we're doing the burial and we're building the site where he'll be laid, like, every time I thought about it, I'm like, oh, that is supposed to say how the connection
yeah.
and all that. Like, so I still feel he's supposed to have an impact, like, in his burial ceremony. So that's even, and one thing, like, it's hard for me to use the was sentence, like, he was
Yes.
I just cannot say late this. No, it's not
not
possible yet.
He lives in me.
Yeah. So-
On the mud.
That's one person that, in fact, 15th July 2020 was the first time my wife saw me cry. Like, me that is the heart man. That's why today that I remember that. Like, I was the first person to even send her, like, the link, so that at least she sees that we're happy.
we're
Yeah,
good.
so we're not crying. Like, somehow, after they cry and all that, it looked like fuck up. Well,
Yeah, you
just-
tested it one time.
I
One
just
time. It's one
could not
time.
hold it because basically I'm a strong person. I try to make sure I'm that strong for everybody. Even when we face certain challenges, I be like, well, this is life. We're going to, but basically.
Bro, for me, guy, I feel like after that thing happened now, I feel like concrete now. I don't think there's anything that anybody will tell me now that I will move. Like, I don't know.
I
Like
don't
the
think
way
anybody
I
will.
shook that day, I don't think I will ever shake like that again. I don't know. Maybe somebody else will come into my life and then that will be a different. But the way my life is now, as it is, no. No, I don't think I can shake more than what I shook that day.
Yeah, basically, Daddy had a lot of impact. Like, So that's the more reason why it's difficult. Like I keep saying it every day, and I keep asking God that at old age, myself and my wife will just leave this earth. Like one day, maybe just go sleep peacefully and just sleep because it's quite crazy. That's the reason why these days I see mom as the strongest woman ever in this life because basically daddy handles everything, construction, making logistics, everything basically, and he's taught us how to live that way. And when I see myself living that way now, I'm kind of careful a bit. Like,
make sure you give. You're not the only one that does.
You're not the only one that does.
Basically, I'm already like used to it. So even these 2 days that I've left the house, my wife is like, oh, this. I know it's difficult for her, like to just be alone in the house. Like there are a lot of stuff to do, like fuel arrangements, school arrangements. I'll be the one to even think about maybe lesson teachers for the children.
That's
vacation.
what men do.
Yeah.
That's what men do.
But basically,
man they walk.
You're saying that's what men do because daddy.
That's not how it is.
Yesterday I was telling Toyo and Ifeanyi that it's dangerous to even know. Like, because it hurts more when somebody you have feelings for just suddenly departs. So it means all the love he's shown you when he departs, he's like stabbed your heart.
Bro, these are things that I'll be sitting down and thinking about. I'm like, I can't think about it too.
And sometimes I just wish, like, all through this 1 year, it was only when it just passed, like when I was in this house that, like, I dreamt about him one day, just one day. And some other time I just keep praying to God, like, I just need like maybe 2 hours dream. Let's just hang because I know that and I'm still praying for that because I know that there must be something like every other time we talk to him. There must be something to say. So basically, there are certain I vividly remember like I have flash memories of a lot of stuff, and I vividly remember the places. Like it tells you the truth, and you live it that way. I could remember when I was supposed to go for NYC, somewhere at that okay roundabout, we were just driving, and there was one word he told me: "Tell Furishe, go for your life. Don't look at Grandpa. Grandpa will survive. Go for your NYC. No matter what, this man will survive. Don't be thinking, oh, he's lost his wife. There's nobody there. How will he do this? Go for your life." The last conversation we had, like physically, was when we came from Mommy Ibadan's burial, and the next time I was going to work, so I slept over for like I think 2 days or so. So the morning I left, like he was doing his exercise. Normally, if I sleep in that room, it's actually his walk.
That wake you up, that's
so basically, even when during burial, like when I came, I think one of these days, Mommy did that walk. I remember like he stood there, like, and I was just talking, like he tells you things plainly, like he tells you the truth, like you just have to take it like that. And he tells you most times, you just be like, oh, you have this grace upon your life, just like there are certain scenarios, like you just know that this man is different. You cannot be around him and be sad or so. Like there's always a solution for everything you find yourself. And one of my regrets per se is the fact that I always thought definitely Grandpa will go before him. So
Yeah.
I did a lot of things for Grandpa, and I didn't really look at his side. I'm like, this guy is working. When he gets old, like, so
Yeah.
it's just a few things. Maybe if I travel, I just do wristwatch and
Yeah.
and one thing that shook me, like one of these days, like one of his birthday. I normally send him recharge cards, but I'll tell him. But one of the birthdays, I didn't tell him. I just sent him about 10K recharge card. Do you know he did not use that recharge card? So we're talking one day, I think the next 2 weeks, and I'm like, did you see 10,000 recharge card on your MTN line? He said yes, I saw it. But you have to call MTN office to tell them like they credited him because now he knows that Buhari is picking people up and down. He doesn't want them to corrupt.
I took bribes.
And I'm wondering, what kind of man is 10,000 naira? I was just flushing like so integrity was top notch.
Yes.
Like he never bent his rules per se for one corrupt practice. So basically, like he actually lived a fulfilled life. Smiles all around every other time. Like he doesn't take sides per se when he knows this person. Like he just tells you straight. It's just a plain person. It's just a plain person. And in fact, this is 1 year gone. Like, I've not been able to. Okay, so when my wife gave birth in March, after we just came back from the mommy burial, he was like, okay, so future, I guess this is the last. And I'm like, let's go. And I said, so when I tie your teeth,
we can go there now.
And I'm like, I don't understand. I'm scared of needles. I'm scared of injection. And I'm like, no, what's that? In 5 minutes. In fact, if you even want to be seen when they're doing the operation, you see it's not painful. And I promised him, okay, when I come from that rotation, I was going to do it. But COVID stuff kept us at work for like 3 months. And when we got back, that was when he had COVID and passed on. And I tell you, for 1 year now, I've not even talked about that because
there's nobody else you can trust in.
Like
be kicking your back.
My own operation, they took me like how many times?
Like and I can attest to it because I was in the hospital with him. I was in theater with him, many surgeries. Like he would just go, madam, bend your back, bend it. I know, just bend it, madam, stay there. We just come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is spinal tap. Find the spot, 5th space on there. Bring it out and put this needle. Why in? Then we're busy. Then visitors in the theater, and he will bring it out, and then the fluid will come out, and he's like, okay, good. Visitor, raise the leg. What's the first thing? Doctor, what is the first thing you must do to make sure the flow is good? Raise the leg. So, but afterwards, you see other people struggling, stabbing. I'm like,
So basically, I've not been able to do that. For me, I don't know if I was able to do it because when I asked me Sam how was his own, it was like, he did it in UBTH then, and Dr. T assured him that this was simple stuff. But Dr. T handed him over to somebody that gave him a wrong prescription or something. That once he got to Lagos, they had to drive back to Benin. So there's nobody that you trusted. So 2 of my regrets, I always thought that Grandpa would go before him. So I focused more on Grandpa. And the second one is the day he tested positive, and Toya told me, I didn't want to call him because then COVID looks like a private stuff.
Yeah.
Like, do get out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't really want to call him
Yeah,
to say, oh,
yeah.
so how you doing? I know that he would have been strong like that day
Yeah.
per se, but I just looked at it. COVID is private stuff.
Yeah.
Even then, if somebody is infected per se, I'm sure the person would not want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was always talking to her, okay. So Toya was like, oh, he's going to rest in Chevron today. The next day, he'll go to Asaba. Sorry.
Yeah.
The next said they didn't want him to come back home.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
the next day
yeah,
he come back home.
yeah.
So the next day Toya was like, oh, he's
that's
going to go to Asaba and all that. Even when they got to us, I didn't really want to talk.
Yeah.
Sometimes I try to call mommy, not
Yeah.
per se. Yeah, until it got really worse and it passed. For me, even when he was sick, actually a few days, myself and when we were always loud.
Yeah.
That is,
It's
I don't exercise.
yeah.
And in fact, then when they come, it is Zoom Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And all that and all that. So it was really crazy that during his last days, like, we didn't get to talk because I felt
Yeah.
COVID is a private matter. Like, in 2 weeks, he'll get out of it and all that. And all that. But for me, I'm really happy that at least he spoke with Grandpa one last time.
Yes, that last call.
It's cool. Like, he lived his life like completely. It's quite painful here because nobody expected it. The truth is, we can't really take off that pain from us because you look up to somebody that can tell you things practically. Yeah. Like now that he is gone, I always tell God, I want a superstar in the family. Daddy rose to that level. Like, he was well known and all that and all that. Yeah, so God needs to raise somebody in this family again that is well known.
Let's pray for you.
Or 3 of us.
Professionally, financially, spiritually, and all other areas. Yeah, so that's my.
Wherever you go, when you look at the name Eresanara.
And funny enough,
Doctor, do you know?
once it's January, and I call him, he'll be like, the first thing is, what's the plan for the year?
What's the plan?
This year, it's just that. This man just allow me. This life is we're not in a report. Basically, he sets his goals and all that. And he's very appreciative. If you get something small for him, he'll be like, sometimes during Christmas and all that, he'll just be like, if this is how Christmas is, like the Christmas will be coming. Like, he's very appreciative of stuff that he can easily get by himself. And one thing is, he lived a sacrificial life because when I think about it, how much was his salary compared to what he was doing? It means that he was using a lot of his private stuff to still satisfy people.
Definitely.
So I like I said, I can always remember like a lot of conversations like vividly because what touches my heart most times, like I keep it as kind of record. There was one day when that Murano just came. I think we're coming to town. As I opened the gate, got out of the Bechi gate, I entered the car. He just told me, do you know that in my full life now I have only 20,000 naira? That if anybody comes now and says, oh, they need money, and I am unable to give them, they will be like, see this man, this guy I'm not giving him that. And that told me that's how a man's life is most times. That these are all the challenges that we face as men that we should just brace up. So he tells you about the future, he tells you about his challenges, raw, not somebody that's always telling you to fake things, and leaving the real side of it. And truly these days, when I get money and all that, if I just give to this, like, okay, food, okay, lesson fee, okay, this, okay, mom see, my wife's people as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm just left like, okay, for the whole month.
Yeah.
And I still remember that they used to buy food. For the car. So basically, sometimes you as a man don't even spend anything for yourself.
Yeah.
But if you've not learned to give your all to your family, you won't be a better man. So most times, my wife will just tell me, see your life, every time you travel, you will not buy one thing for yourself.
You don't understand what's happening.
Even the thing that you say you even bought for yourself, maybe today, when you
It's
come back,
everybody
you just give somebody. And that you, maybe you've not bought one shirt yourself for the last 1 year or 2 years. It's not that you cannot raise 10,000 naira to buy it. But somehow, that is the life for you.
Yeah.
So, Daddy lived a life where he just wanted to see people happy. And that is what he has taught us. Now, I think these boots that I just bought, football boots, I think that should be what I bought for myself. Like, maybe this year or this time or something. So, but if somebody just has, 5,000 naira, I tell that you easily give. But as a man, when you want to spend 10,000 for yourself,
You be thinking like,
this thing
why?
looks big. Why do you want it? So that's the kind of life that Daddy lived. Like he just sacrificed for everybody, both in church and the hospital. Like the drivers will always say, whenever they are out of cash, they just say,
You see patients calling him, we cannot pay this bill. Okay. Try and raise it. And he called and said, no, there's no way. He'll be like, okay, we'll see what we can do. And when you don't know that he's coming out of his own credit inside GCMC, it's not like GCMC cancels the bill or the hospital. They are paying from his own account, he's paying for people's bill. Very interesting.
That's it. Like you live a life. You lived it so quick. I wish there could be a rewind because I think before you guys were born, I remember then it was one small flat in Benin there in UBTH. I remember one day that I was sick. That was when I went to the house, like mommy and myself. I think I stayed for like 2 days. And always, once I'm on holiday, before holiday, like I'll just write a letter to grandma. It takes like 7 days to post from Ori to as in Benin to Ori. So grandma will not schedule like told you must speak of Yoruba like next time you're going to Benin. So every of my holidays in Ori and all, like it was fun to be with like Beatles. Before you have to bring
That's the rewind.
Reversing soundtrack. Whenever you reverse, the sound can't start singing.
The Black Mustagushi.
With the open top. I love the kids. And then the
Raffo. A lot of memories, like it was always fun traveling with him and mommy.
Fun and scary.
Because
you need somebody to calm him down.
If you travel with him alone,
even with him,
you will answer questions from January to December. Then you may not eat because it doesn't eat. It just tastes granite. So then mommy will always do zobo. I think toasted bread.
Toasted bread, yes.
Do it. So if grandma is in the car, we'll be breaking melon.
Yes! When I did that, we're driving and I opened the door.
Yes, I remember. And grandma tried to close the door when we're still moving. Bro,
I was like, they closed the door. Why did they close the door when the car is moving? Let me just see what's outside. Oh boy, I remember that.
Basically, there was a day we traveled to Benin together all alone. Went for Auntie Amari was sick in the hospital. We left for her in the morning. Before we go back, it was around 3 o'clock. I was hungry, but I could not sleep. Because he's the
You're not a joke.
when I
Not a
got
joke.
home, mom was not like, so did you people eat? I said no. She said, why couldn't you tell me? Say next time. If you want to travel, better look for something that you eat. You carry from there, because don't think you'll now stop on the road. So it's
when my mom was around, remember we used to, that time the roads were still roads. We now stop and buy akara. Remember?
it's really fun. Like it's really like if we can just rewind life per se.
So just slow down.
Yeah,
Like, always
because
looking for the next moment.
when grandma was around and he was around, like it was really fun. Seriously, like the organization. Somehow people we love, like they just depart one after the other.
And the funny thing is, I'm always thinking about the next thing. Okay, next thing. But what about now? What about this moment?
And that I think that's the biggest thing I regret is I feel like I was very focused on putting my life in order, that I feel like I neglected some questions I should have asked. You know, you just feel like we'll have this conversation. We'll have this conversation in like 2 years. So like, why am I discussing about girlfriend and stuff right now? Let me be hustling. I will discuss this later.
In fact, I remember when I got the job, and it was like, so when I get married,
it's like, Baba.
and I'm like, well, I'm still thinking between this and this. So when the other one was now like the one he was trying to talk that is out of it, he was not like, so when are you engaging her? What are you waiting for? He always pushes you.
Like, get it done, get it done.
But then you really can't have
that
time. Yeah. So when we were even doing the service today, I was wondering if one day we can say, okay, this is this person's birthday. Those from Lagos, those from this, from this can come and say, we need to appreciate people while they are still alive. And my heart was so pained the other day when he told us that the user was dead. Because he just jokingly said, what did you guys bring for me? Like 2 days back. And we're like, nothing. So that they were wishing we just stopped the job, took him out to eat and just laugh and just have a nice time. So we should always know that we may just be seeing somebody for the last time.
Honestly.
When we traveled for Mommy Burnham, I remember how Daddy talked about Amaju talked about, like, we met a lot of people, like the guy from the US, like a lot of relatives, the other guy that talked about how he's been sick, upstairs and all that and all that and all that. Like, we met a lot of people, we had fun. In fact, that day, I think we ate when I Ewedu and all okra. So, like, during the reception, my mom was like, me, I'm missing. Mommy ate her father.
And you didn't eat that day.
Yeah, because I was having so much.
Yes, you took him. That day.
It was a fun
we now saw Mommy Bado in the coffin and everything.
Yeah, and Daddy just shook his head. And Daddy said something like it. It was like, you know that when you were growing up, when he was going to school there, every of the landlords in that street, they were still alive. Like, so all the children, they were well brought up and all that. He said, but do you know now, Mommy Badam was the last landlord in that street. Mommy Badam is dead now. It means everybody that built, everybody's father and mother in that street now is dead. So that generation ended with Mommy Badam. And it was just remembering how we come to the house, like if it doesn't come weekend, Mommy Badam will call me. Like, you must come. And we're not jokingly talking about Toyota. Imran Ibadan was still alive. Like, you coming to this school. Imran Ibadan was forced you to come.
Yeah.
We had fun moments. Like, stayed in the hotel. We missed our way at times. Like, it was fun. It was really fun. But we never really appreciated those moments. Like we never really took it to heart. But we didn't know that this was going to happen. So I think lesson learned. We should always appreciate people that were seen at this time.
Yes.
Because anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
You should be in the moment, not worried about the
So we
future.
shouldn't just allow people give and give and give. We should give to them to live their life as well, like to be happy. Because everybody thought Daddy was a Superman, like he cares for don't worry, we are still strong. But we just left.
Yeah, and all the lessons he taught us, I think there was one last thing, like when we were walking, like one day walking from Grandpa's house, because we walked from Grandpa's house to the house, he was like, what do you want from us? What do you want from us? Is that we become independent, like handle things by ourselves. And he was like, Mom posed the question to him, and she was like, when you were their age, were you not defending for yourself? And he was like, yes. So what's the difference? Generational things, blah blah blah. That's how he got to get to think about that, and he was like, we were like, yes. So he wants us to start fending a bit for ourselves, sorting things out. That's when he used to start first, go and buy fuel. He's like, take the car, go and buy fuel. So it's almost like a fast forwarding of the course for us. It was like, it was a super speed. I mean, you're already out there. I mean, the super speed for us, and we're grateful. This year was a school of
real learning curve.
Advanced classes.
Real learning curve, and I'm still learning.
Yeah.
There's just a covering that he gave that, you know when, I don't know if this is an advanced analogy, but like some people who walk, those people that walk ropes, like across buildings. The people who do the walking without a net under it, those people know that there's something really at stake.
Yeah, if you fall.
That's it. So they take it more seriously, and I feel, I don't know, I think maybe it was subconscious, but when that was around in my head, I'm
the safety net.
It does. I don't care what kind of wahala I enter. That is around you.
Even it was like there were training wheels, like some business deals. I'll be like, I don't know how to look for the family's name, that kind of thing. Like even on YouTube, I was scared to really do YouTube. Like I was like, oh, what would they say? Oh, what? Oh, and this is this guy's. What would they say? Yeah. But now it's like, hey, I really don't care what you guys say anymore about me. I'm like, hey. You just dive, you just have to take the risk, just jump at this point in time and hope, or in your case, just go on the rope without the net. Don't jump if you're in that scenario. Walk the rope. Okay, so that should be where we end. Yeah, I think we talked for a while.
Yeah, we've talked for like 1 hour.
Okay. Now that was good. That was the first one. Okay. Yeah. More of these in like, I don't know, 6 months or we'll be intentional.
We'll be intentional.
We'll schedule it.
This is like a tech word.
Yeah, we can schedule it.
I think
we'll schedule it.
Give us a time, like we'll be like maybe like every month or something. We'll have to make time for it. Be intentional.
Yeah, intentional. Talk about life.
Yeah.
This time was like he was saying today that he's living his life to the fullest.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Said because tomorrow is not promised.
Come on. He should just come and group it very slowly.
Where is nice speaking.
Okay, guys. Thank you for tuning in for this
this
sit down conversation. see you next time, and we are out.
We are out.
Yeah.
I got
If I
sleep.
ask why, no,
Okay.
they're calling me, so I want to go.
Yeah. Why are you guys still here? We already said goodbye. Bye-bye.